Was a pretty difficult topic to talk about because many of us still have this sense of me, this sense of I am doing this or making that decision. But there is no self. We believe that I am making this decision and that I am in full control. But are you really? Free will is the ability to make your own decisions and to have that ownership over the actions you take. But once again, there is no you. I will try to explain this the best way possible. You don't have to take my word for it. I want you to experiment with this to see this to be true for yourself. Free will does not exist. Yes, there is a will, but it is not free. For example, you did not choose to click on this video. Even though it may feel like it was you who made this decision, it wasn't. The brain and body are constantly active. There was an impulse to come to YouTube, and then a decision was made in the brain to click on this video. And it all happened without the idea of you. Things are just happening. Decisions are being made so fast. And automatically we attach this false self to the decision as if it was us who made the decision. But that's not true because first, there is no one here to make decisions. Decisions aren't happening to anyone, they are just happening. I know it may sound confusing. I myself didn't want to believe this to be true. But as I inquired this in my own experience, I constantly seen that I never had control. I never had control over my thoughts, because thoughts are just happening and they are happening to no one. I never had control over my decisions because decisions are just happening and they are happening to no one. If you are not familiar with the non-dual teachings, or the teachings of consciousness, when I say it's happening to no one, you may think I'm crazy. So I'll give you a quick explanation to what I mean. To get straight to the point, you don't exist. Nobody exists. Well, we exist, but not as these human characters. You see, you cannot find yourself in the body. Go ahead and try. You don't exist behind the eyes. You don't exist in the chest or in the head. That sense of self that you are identifying with us just as sensation. It's just energy. And this energy is boundless. It has no edge. You cannot find the edge of a sensation. It goes on and out forever, beyond the body. These sensations also have no density. It may feel solid, but it's just energy vibrating. Solids do not exist. If you go deep into a solid, all you will find is empty space. It can appear to be solid, but there is no such thing. The universe and everything in it is made up of 99.9% empty space. Nothing is actually what it appears to be. So if you don't exist, what are you? Well, me and you and everything around you is pure consciousness. There is no self. There is no doer. There is no thinker. There is no listener. There is no one here suffering. Everything is just happening. No one is feeling. No one is talking. No one is watching this video. There is no one here. All of this is just happening, and it's happening to no one. So how could there be free will? If things are just happening, do you see what I am saying? I know it feels very real. Right now you may be disagreeing, but you are only disagreeing because you still have that sense of self, that sense of me doing something. And I'm not expecting you to not feel that way, but it's all an illusory sense, because this self that you believe yourself to be has never existed. Have you ever been driving and you get caught up in thoughts or even stop paying attention to driving, but somehow you still know where to go. You still know how to stay in the lines. You still can follow all of the road rules. And then you snap back and realize that you weren't even paying attention to driving, but driving was just happening without the idea of you or even the focus on the activity. Driving was just happening without you thinking you were in control. Are you breathing? Are you pumping your blood throughout your body? Are you digesting food? Are you thinking? Or is all of this just happening and rising from nowhere? It's all just happening. These sounds you hear are just happening and they are rising from nothingness. There isn't even a left or a right or an up or down. These sounds are coming out of nowhere, and there's no one here listening. It's just happening. You aren't choosing to listen to something. Whatever is happening in your experience is just happening. It's hard to put this into words. Understand that my words are not the truth. They're simply to just point you to it. Me not saying anything and being silent is closer to the truth than me speaking. Please, throughout your day, stop and just notice how you actually aren't doing anything, and things are just happening. Lift your hand up right now. Did you look at your hand? Did you begin turning and observing your hand? Or did you simply just raise your hand while still focusing on the video? Or did you not participate in that at all? Regardless of what happened, it just happened. And I know it feels like it was you who chose to do so, but it just happened. A decision was made in the brain without the idea of you. And what we truly are was simply just aware of the decision and action. It's pretty liberating for me to know that I don't have the control that I think I have. Think about animals. Do you think they have free will? Do you think they have thoughts about what to do next and this sense of control? No, they don't. They are simply letting life guide them. It's amazing how animals don't need instructions on how to live. They're just letting intuition take control. They're letting life take care of life. They have no control, and neither do we. Things are just happening. You may say, well, what if I want to go to McDonald's? I'm clearly choosing to eat at McDonald's. No, you are not choosing that. Hunger rises in the body, and decisions on where to eat arise also. And then the brain also chooses what decision to go with based on your desires and preferences. And this all happens without the idea of a self. And now eating a Big Mac meal is happening. It's all just happening. And it's happening to no one. I will for sure be making more videos on this topic because it can be pretty tricky to understand mentally. It's a lot more clear to see through experience, though, so just try to see that you have no control. It will help you realize this more than these words can teach. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to see this to be true for yourself. And that applies to every single thing I talk about. Try to see this in your experience. I would love to know what you all think in the comments, and I will be happy to reply to answer and questions also. Thank you for watching.